Hello, Dr. Tawana Worlds by birth, also known as a disruptor. Did you know that millions who grew up in poverty also die in poverty? Have you ever heard the saying, what good can come out of the hood? Well, I'm here to disrupt for just a minute. Yes, I was that little girl that grew up in the hood, grew up in the ghetto, single mother, absent father, eating out of the trash can just to survive. But I was also that girl that determined way back then that I was not going to become a product of my past. And now I help others do the same thing. I'm not a victim, I'm a victor. I help men and women from similar backgrounds find value in their own vault and create wealth from within. What's up, cousins? What is going on? It is your girl, Dr. Worlds. Look, listen. I apologize. I tried to go live on yesterday and had an emergency phone call. So I had to abruptly end. And that is why I'm here to make it up to you beautiful people on today. Let me go ahead and get our other cousins in the chat. And we're going to go ahead and get started, okay, without any interruptions or interferences. All right. Hold on one second, y'all. What's going on, Instagram cousins? Give me 1 second. Let me turn this down. Hold on. All right. Let me turn this down and shut the little. All right, cool. Welcome to everybody. Okay. Welcome. I'm going to make sure I edit that part out, but welcome to all my cousins and welcome back to all my cousins who come around and hang with your girl, Dr. Worlds. I am not going to be here long at all. I'm going to be very detailed and very thorough. I believe we all need to see, be aware, pay attention, stay woke. Okay. If you woke, then you need to awaken. And now, more than ever, it is a time for you to take action, because the action that you take today is going to be the outcome of your tomorrow, of your next year, of your 5 years from now, especially with what is happening in our own country, what's happening all over the world. This is not just the United States thing. This is a global thing. And nobody's is obligated to make sure that we're okay, except us. Except us. If we continue to delay, we can be 1,000% sure that we have set ourselves up for destruction. I would not put my life and my livelihood, nor my future, in the hands of unjust men, greedy men and women. And I'm not just talking about sex. I'm talking about mankind, woman or male. It is too costly. It is too risky to do those type of things. Whether you want to see this or rather you would rather unsee it, that is a you issue. But you cannot say that you don't see what is happening and why it is very, very, very important for you to get up off of your butt so you can stand up on your feet. The clock is ticking. The countdown is on. It has begun. It is time for you to recover. It is time for you to get in position. This is probably one of the realest conversations that I'm going to keep on having with y'all, because the evidence is all around us. You don't need to have me sit here and go headline by headline by headline with you to know what is happening. Your bank account will tell you something is wrong. The grocery store will tell you. Life is telling you we're working harder, we're making less, we're having less. And then at the end of the day, you're going to get the tail end of the stick. If you are not up to date with AI and all of this stuff that they are now um, resetting, okay, there's a whole entire reset happening. And if you don't get up and get in, you will not win. It was not intended for you to win unless you know how to get in the game and play the game, because that's what it is. This is a powerful game. And if you don't believe me, I want to say in 1980, maybe 1990, there is a game that the Elite created. It's called the Illuminati card game. I'm going to actually pull it up because I know some people that might go over your head like luggage, but you'll catch it down, catch on to it later down in life. But I'm going to pull it up so you see. Monopoly, something that I preach about religiously. Monopoly is a game, and that is a game that we are playing. In Monopoly, we are taught to learn what we're supposed to learn from the game, but we are taught the money game, the tax game, and the debt game. Those three games in one game in Monopoly. It is not the person who has the most cash, because cash is not valuable. And cash just equals consumerism. You're just exchanging. That's it. With cash. Cash is a note. I'm paying you for your services. I'm paying you for your products. It's just exchange. Okay. If you take this money and go over to China, they're going to give you their currency. They're going to exchange your currency for their currency in the value of your currency so that you can shop. It's just exchange. That's it. So we have to start focusing on what would we, if they take away, I'm not going to say what if, because it's already a thing. Okay. If we were to wake up tomorrow and we're not able to do business as regular, the cash has lost its complete value. It's dead. A new system is being implemented. Then what would we do? We playing a dangerous game. If we are waiting, we're playing a dangerous game. In the game of Monopoly, it was not the person who had the most cash that won the game. It was the person who had the most assets. And as long as you borrow money from the banker, because everybody got money from the banker. And guess what? Everybody could play in the game. You got to decide whether you were going to play the game in luxury, whether you was going to be the poor man shoe, whether you was going to be the horse. Okay. You determine what you was going to be in the game, but everybody got to get in the game. There was no people that was omitted from the game. Everybody got the same amount of money from the bank. Okay. The money came from the bank. There was a banker. And when you got that money, they wanted to see whether you would go invest it or collect it. More than likely, the person that collected it was the person that paid. They either went to jail, had to pay to get out of jail. They landed on people's property. They had to pay for stepping or crossing, landing on people's property. They had to pay, sales tax. They had to pay all this stuff. And they thought the more money that they had in the pile, oh, I got $500 bill. Oh, yeah, I got $100 bill. They thought that they were the ones who won the game. But the one who got their $250 and said, let me go ahead and buy Reading Railroad. And then go around again, and hey, let me buy another property. Matter of fact, before they even went around the board, they already evaluated their assets. I have this amount of money. Let me come out the gate and let me buy the most expensive property on the board. Let me get Boardwalk. Let me go buy the utility company. Let me go buy the railroads. Let me go buy the electricity. Let me go buy the water. This was all a game that we were supposed to learn from, is what I'm saying. And the person who had the most assets was the winner of the game. And not only just the people who owned the title to the land, but those who got smart and put 3 houses on their land. And then after they put the 3 houses on their land, then they had to upgrade and go to the hotel. Anybody stepping a foot on a property would have to pay them 20 times the amount of the original price. That's a game. You get the money from the banker, you cannot be taxed on it because you did not earn it. You can only be taxed on earned income. The moment you borrow that money from the bank, like Monopoly, and you go invest it into assets, the water, the utilities, okay, the boardwalks, the Marvin Gardens, then that becomes tax deductible because you borrowed the money, you did not earn it, and then you invested the money. So you did not keep it, even though the property is yours. You didn't go spend it and splurge it and have to pay sales tax. No, you transferred it. That's the game that we ought to be playing. And with the things that I'm getting ready to show you, let me pull this one up first. Because our people are addicted to labor and they're also addicted to trauma. There ain't no way in the world that we can see these things happening, things that I continue to present to you, things that you see with your own eyes. And you not do something for you. Illuminati, they don't care about us knowing this stuff. I think this thing was made in yeah. All of the stuff that you see happening, this enough is enough card with Trump face on it, that was actually something that just happened over with him in Iran, where they call this Operation Enough is Enough. I'm not just going off of something that I see on the internet either. I actually bought the cards because I wanted to see how they told this story, how they played this game, how they said that our children would be dumbed down by electronics. Certain classes of people held certain power and their income was different. If you was a news journalist, you scored like a 5 or a 6. Your security level would be like a 7. Your financial power would be like maybe a 3 or a 4 or something like that. Talked about how they would use restaurants to poison the masses. I mean, it's crazy. This is a game to them. Okay. And I just blew that up. But this is actually a game. Exactly right there. This game was created. Illuminati, the conspiracy game. And it was in the 80s. It's an 80s conspiracy board game. But I'm telling you, when you get to seeing stuff like this and Bob Marley and all this stuff, you be like, boy, look at here. It's a game that you have to go see. Okay? I mean, a lot of stuff. They talked about power grab between, politicians, how cloning would be in there, how our children will be a virtual reality. I mean, it's too crazy. Real talk. So I want to say that first and foremost. This stuff that they doing is playing a game with your life. And this is the reason why you ought to do something and take care of yourself, because it is not their responsibility whatsoever. It has never been their responsibility. This is about what they can get from all of us. And that's the end of that. To hell with all of us after they get all they can from all of us. We have been bamboozled. We have been tricked. Okay. I want to share a couple headlines with you guys, because I told you that supposedly the FBI says that the Iranians, because they went on ahead and attacked them people the way that they attacked them people while they was not being an imminent threat to us. Now they're going to attack us, right? This is the message or the alert that they put out, the broadcast that they put out. Hey, you guys be on alert in California, because y'all going to get attacked with these drones. I broke all of this down, so I ain't going to spend a whole lot of time. You got to just keep up with me. They put out the alert. Well, America attacked Iran. Iran then all of a sudden put out an alert. But this alert was made way back in December sometime, a few months ago. But now all of a sudden they feel the need to tell everybody, hey, in California, you're being targeted. Also, I've shared with you guys how the doomsday bomber, which is a nuclear weapon that is in this plane, it's called Doomsday for a reason, has been flown in California 3 times in the last week doing drills. And you would have to know how much money that cost. How much money that costs to bring that plane out of wherever it's supposed to be and fly it and start doing drills. So I told you guys that whenever enemy attacks us, they have to announce that they're going to attack us. September 11th, they were warned. Whether they took the threat seriously or not, they were warned. And they came out and said they were warned. So you have to tell your enemy that you're going to attack them. That's the rule or the law of sovereignty. Right? But they're not going to tell you how they're going to attack you. That's like me coming to you saying, hey, I'm going to come to your house and I'm going to beat you up at 9 o'clock. And I'm going to be in a black car. And I'm going to have some dudes, with me. 3 dudes to be exact. They're going to be wearing some white shirts, black jeans with some white, Adidas shoes. I'm going to have on a puffer jacket. Like, what? Who does that? Nobody's going to do that. Especially if you are planning a sneak attack on your enemy. That's the whole purpose of popping up. Surprise. So they're not going to tell you, oh, we're going to attack Los Angeles. And we're going to use drones to attack Los Angeles. They're not going to be that detailed. There is midterms coming up in a few months. And if the Democrats win, they are going to impeach Mr. Trump. Which means Mr. Trump is going to go do some prison time. And they're going to impeach him on the basis of war crimes. You did not consult with Congress before you went over there and fired on Iran, killed 200 girls in a school. Those are war crimes. And in your top counterterrorism, the head dude of that department steps down and say, you had no credible right to go and attack Iran. They were no imminent threat to the United States. That you just meddled in Israel's business and involved us into a war. And now the taxpayers are going to have to pay this bill, which I'm going to show y'all receipts. This is how you better believe 1000% that everything in your life is about to be high priced. Everything in your life is about to be high priced. And if you don't find ways to multiply your money, I don't know what to tell you. You're going to be a recipient of universal basic income, which is the goal. They need to have a global reset. That's why these things are happening. Okay. So getting back to what I was saying, because y'all going to see it. Y'all going to see it. I 100% believe that they would attack New York before they attacked Los Angeles. That's our World Trade Center. That's where all monies, all of that come from right there. Nevertheless, they put California, Los Angeles in particular, and then they said something about San Francisco, right? So this is the narrative that they are pushing. And again, midterms is coming up. If we are in a war, any type of war, if we are blacks and whites and left versus right and straight versus gay, if we are in any type of conflict where we have to enact the National Guards or we have to deploy troops, which they just deployed over 200,000 troops, which means we are in an active war, you cannot have an election at all. But it can't just be we deployed troops because we felt threatened. No, we have to be attacked. So upon doing my research and digging, come to find out in December, when they were notified, quote unquote, that Iran wanted to attack California, they didn't make no noise at all about 4 drones coming up missing off the military base that they still ain't found. They didn't make no mention of that at all, which is also very suspicious because we are in transportation. You cannot get on the base unless you have a TWIC card. You have been fingerprinted. They know what your guts look like, literally, before you can get on the military base. And you mean to tell me some men walked onto the base and stole 4 military drones? These ain't just no, drones you play around with. No, 4 military drones. And you ain't recovered them? And you have 2 suspects? I'm going to show y'all the receipts. That way, when I show you the receipts, it just makes sense. I'm letting you know exactly what I'm about to show you. So you got these 4 drones that's missing, and California is supposed to be attacked by drones. And now all of a sudden, Secretary of State, the one who negotiates wars and all this stuff between, Ukraine and Russia and Israel and Hamas and Israel and Iran and, Cuba, Venezuela, all these wars he intertangled in, Mexico. You got him all of a sudden being targeted by drones. This stuff, I'll tell a quick story and I'm going to get back to why I'm saying this. When you go through something, when something hurts you so bad and you incur or suffer a loss that is so unimaginable, it will cause you to do a lot of things you were comfortable not doing. So one thing about me is I research a lot. Because if I would have researched the medication they were giving my son, who knows? I still believe God is very sovereign. And if that was the time he was allocated on this earth, that was all the time. But one thing I would have known, he wouldn't have been taking that. And then I would have just had to go fight with CPS and whoever else was coming to confiscate my kids because I told them no. I would have just had to go to jail for child medical neglect and stand my ground had I been educated. So I research a whole lot. And some of the stuff that I know I can't say openly on the airways. I went to medical school, and when I seen what happens behind the scenes, I got out. I'm a woman that have worn many hats, been around, seen a lot of things. Straight up. And when I saw that all of this stuff is just so fake and phony, like I can say this because this is 1000% facts. When we go to the doctors and we go in with a runny nose, we go in with possibly like diarrhea, we may go in with can you shut that door behind you? We go in with, the chills. They have to go look in a CP9. Can you shut that closet door? They have to go look in something called the CP9 or the CP10. And all that does is match up the diagnosis. This patient has fever, chills, diarrhea. And then it comes back with it could potentially be this or that or that. And you have to make a decision which one is nearest to. So when they say they practice medicine, they really practicing. That's why they tell you, we'll put you on. Let me stop, because then they'll try to, you're not a medical advisor. I have a degree, okay, in medical assisting. So I know exactly what I'm talking about. Been there behind the scenes, did it. And that's why I did not pursue a career. I have my oldest daughter who was in pharmacy. That's a whole nother ball game. That's a whole nother ball game. So when I begin to see it for what it really is, I took it upon myself. I got to tell the people the truth because this is a lie. A lot of this stuff is a lie. The lottery is a lie. It's a belief system. You can start your own lottery system because all it is a belief system. They say, hey, the jackpot is at $1,000,000. Somebody gonna get the winning number. And you got the masses all going to play for that one winning number. And everybody ain't playing $1. Some of them are doing like 10,000. Some of them get all their co-workers together. Let's put in on this. We win it. We all split it this way. So by the time everybody cast their ballots or cast their bets, they done already made $1,000,000 off of the people's money. They made it and made $10,000,000. So giving $1,000,000 from them and not from us is wonderful. They'll give the winner, the money after they tax them and do all of this other stuff. And then the rest of the people who play the game, are they running around talking about, no, this is a scam, man? Hell no. They back at it the next day trying to win because they believe they gonna win one day. May not have been yesterday, but I'm gonna get back at it today. And the jackpot gonna get back up again, and everybody gonna put all that money in, and they gonna go ahead and pay out that $1,000,000. Actually, it's gonna be about 700,000, okay, after taxes. They didn't already profited another $9-10 million because everybody trying to win. One person. It's all a game. And everybody got their hand in the pot. And when I began to see what's really going on behind the scenes, I said, I got to tell the people. So help me God. I'm not afraid of anything. I think I done been hurt in the worst way imaginable. I mean, imaginable. To go to sleep and wake up every day for the rest of your life, knowing that an entity with its rules killed your children and you don't get no justice, in the worst way imaginable. So I have to, it's my duty, it's my obligation to tell people the truth. And that's my only reasoning for telling you the truth. These people don't care about you. This is all a systemic game. And they have found ways to systemize money, more money, more money, more and more and more money. You got to pay for everything that God gave you freely. And then nothing is being paid back to you in return. Imagine that. You got to pay for everything. You got to pay for water, food, clothing, housing. You got to pay for everything. Taxes, whether you want to help your neighbor or not, you got to pay for everything. You got to pay to get to work to make some money. You got to pay taxes before you ever see your money. You got to go pay rent. You got to pay everything. But who's paying you? What's paying you? What is actually bringing you some money back? So that you actually can retire. So that you can enjoy some of your life. Okay, cool. If I'm going to work, I'll work 30 years. But you only promised 70. By the time you get to 30, 40 years of working, your body don't even work like that. And the way people out here on 401k, retirement money, they have to go back to work. Why is these old people standing in welcome to Lowe's? Welcome to Walmart. Why is these old grandmas and grandpas doing that? They're not all bored. Why is they driving Uber and Lyft? They're not all bored. They could be selling the world, flying to friendly skies. They're not all bored. They have grandchildren. There's a lot of things that could be happening. They have to. And we just continue day after day, week after week, month after month, literally repeating the same pattern until we pass away. We're unable to leave our kids anything. And we want to know why there's so much violence, why there's so much, anger, so much mental health. It's just trauma every day. And it's traumatizing. And until you do something different, nothing changes. Let me pull up these receipts real quick. I'm going to go through them real fast, okay? Because I done already told you about everything in them, I think. Might be something in there that surprises me. Be like, oh yeah, bet. I forgot to tell y'all that. But I want y'all to see this for yourself. Marco Rubio, targeted by strange drone activity. Are you talking about the drones from our own military? When I moved to Texas, and I'm like, man, they always be painting the sky. When I tell y'all, I got footage after footage after footage of all these chemtrails, and it just kept bothering me. What are they spraying up there? And then it just comes down, and it makes it rain to bring it down. And you can go outside, now you coughing out. What is going on? I kept searching and digging and digging and digging. And then when I found out it's the military spraying this, I'm like, why is the governors and mayors and stuff allowing these people to spray the skies heavily? I mean, the sun is blocked out. I mean, the sun can't fully come out. Our color people, gotta have the sun. Why is it still raining in June and July? I mean, I was just really, I'm like, what is this? What is going on? Until I went and saw that these people that do this is from the military, our own government. It's like, bruh. So I think they planning an attack. Is where I'm going with this. This ain't no Iran behind this. I'm saying, watch out, be prepared. Today we got a warning from Iran that in any recreational places that we are going to be in, they all up in all parts of the world. If you going to any concerts, if you going to any type of recreational activity, sporting events, if you having a summertime, fun in the sun, tea party, country event, fundraiser, stay away, quote unquote. So now all of a sudden they want to set the stage. Hey, Iran said they're going to attack with drones. Oh, now Marco Rubio is being targeted by strange drones. And I want you to understand something. If y'all seen the type of drones that were stolen that could burn people to smithereens, that could wage warfare from a drone, that could drop bombs, pop people in the head just from a drone, lay about 50 million people down from drones. This ain't no drone attack like, I'm going to spy on you. No, it's a real attack. They already use this over in Israel. They already use these in the Middle East. This is how Israel was attacked by Hamas on October the 7th from drones. You see all them people unalived from drones? Yeah, this is that type of damage. So now, I'm just saying. What is this about? Oh, okay. In a dangerous and unprecedented security breach. Now, how the hell these drones? People, please wake up. When I'm discussing this, it's just frustrating for real, because it's like y'all must really think we stupid as hell. In a dangerous and unprecedented security breach, unidentified drones were spotted flying over the U.S. Army base where Secretary of State Marco Rubio and Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth are living. Okay, well, can't military equipment fly into military airspace and not be detected like the faux military drones that are missing? How is there a security breach? Because ain't nobody else got no military drones that look like the military drones. That's the only way you can get a security breach. They was disguised as your own and was allowed to pass security clearance, and now all of a sudden they didn't do what you thought they was coming to do, and maybe they were spying on him or whatever the case may be. And on an army base, come on. I mean, this is just not even real. In a dangerous and unprecedented security breach, unidentified drones were spotted flying over the U.S. Army base, where Secretary of State Marco Rubio and Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, these are both war dudes, okay? The massive breach rattled the nation's capital during a war with Iran, where Iranian forces have vowed revenge on American leaders. Multiple drones were detected over the Washington, D.C. Army base Fort McNair on one single night. According to sources, officials have not determined where the drones came from or who was operating them. The security breach prompted an emergency White House meeting to discuss how to respond and if the U.S. Army should move both cabinet secretaries off the base entirely. Fort McNair is just minutes from the White House and Capitol Hill. It houses the National Defense University and some of the United States' most senior military officers. Uh, yeah, I'll just let y'all sit with that one. Okay? And didn't I tell y'all that they want the taxpayers' dollars? They say we finna pay $200 billion in additional funds for the Iran war. This man got on the news. Go look it up. Pete Hegseth. This is the other one the drones are secretly targeting. This is the other one. But he had the nerve to go to Congress and demand a bill be passed for the citizens to pay $200 billion in additional funds. How we gonna do that, y'all? How are we going to do this? And this is what a whole bunch of my Caucasian brothers and sisters stood up and said, "Oh hell no! Y'all not gonna go stick y'all nose in somebody else's business and then charge us the bill." We see exactly what y'all trying to do. And I didn't say this in the beginning, but please share this because we all need to be aware. I mark my words, something gonna happen. And it's gonna be something pertaining to some type of war they got to do with to reset the system. Everybody knows this by now. Everybody is aware that the system is being reset. All y'all gotta go do is look up the quantum. Let me see what the name of it is. It's a financial situation, and it's a global financial. Trump just, you know, put a demand on it. Quantum let me see what I searched up. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Quantum financial system. All right. Let me let y'all know. Because they talking about everybody finna move over to Fed now. Y'all remember when they put the Fed now stuff in place? Right when they killed the right when the Cash App man was unalived. Quantum financial system. Y'all need to be aware of this type of stuff. That's why y'all need to share. Why you think gold and all of this stuff? They know what real wealth is. They know money is not. And see, China and the BRICS nations, they back their currency up with gold. The United States only back their currency up with war. That's why they just trying to smut us all the way out. And they take over the global currency because we have been the superpower for so long. This is all a game. This is all a game. The quantum financial system is a proposed future-oriented and largely theoretical framework designed to use quantum computing, AI, and blockchain to create an ultra-secure, near instantaneous global financial network. It aims to revolutionize finance by replacing traditional banking infrastructures with quantum safe cryptography to prevent fraud and enable real time settlements. When I tell y'all that they set up this B system, you better believe me. They're making it look like, oh, we need this. This is the reason why all this stuff happened to y'all. Bet you y'all didn't even know nothing about no quantum financial system. No cryptography. Stuff we don't got. Which leads me to ask you, what are you going to do? And why you got an opportunity to do something, why you not doing something? If clearly I'm able to go search on Google and show you exactly what they're doing and show you headlines that you can go and research, because I always bring y'all the tea, and not the kind you sip, the kind that transforms your mind, the truth. I present it to you. Look what these people doing. Y'all see this? How are you still sitting by comfortably, idly, going to work for these cats who's using your own resources to plan your demise? That don't even make sense. Let me go back over here real quick, because I just wanted to lay the foundation and bring us up to speed on why the opportunities that I'm presenting, why they are so and needed. I'm gonna say needed, but so valuable to take advantage of, to lay hold of, to do something different. Okay. Now I'm gonna tell you how these people were so evil to trick our own military men and women. Well, I'll tell you, I got some stuff to show y'all. It's gonna take a day. We probably need to get on a Zoom real talk. It's gonna take about a day to go through this stuff so that you and all you're getting, you get a clear understanding. Israel just said yesterday, that Thursday, that they Messiah, the Mashiach, was supposed to be revealed. He was supposed to come, show up yesterday, Thursday. You go type this up. Rabbi made sirens all in Israel. Hey, the Mashiach is coming. He's coming. They believe that their Messiah is going to come when Iran is in flames. And Iran, they believe that they Mahakadim is going to come when the world is burning, either by nuclear weapons or by some type of mass, catastrophe. They feel like their savior will come from chaos. So yesterday they announced that their Messiah was coming, right? And in order to get the troops to go fight in the war over there in Iran, look at the screen. I'm going to read it to y'all over here. U.S.-Israel war on Iran. United States troops were told the war on Iran was all part of God's divine plan. Watchdog alleges. Religious freedom groups say 200 troops sent complaints of their supervisors using extremist Christian rhetoric to justify the war. These soldiers, our young men and women, were told that by them going to go fight this war over in Iran, they were helping to bring the return of Jesus Christ. They were helping to usher in Armageddon so Jesus Christ could return. And these young men and women may not ever come home. It's already a whole bunch of them dead behind a war we shouldn't even been, all because they want to speed up prophecy. Now, you notice how there's a lot of people say, I don't even believe in God. I don't believe in Jesus. But the devils themselves do. They don't mock Muhammad. They don't mock Buddha. They don't do that. They know the Muslims ain't playing with about. Every time you think about it, there's some type of mockery. Okay, the alphabet boys and girls, they mock Christ. Everybody mock Christ. Everybody. And over here, manipulating and brainwashing our young people to go get involved in a war that they say, hey, this will help usher in Jesus Christ. And our young men and women may not make it back. Not to mention what happened in the prison systems. When I tell y'all my son's story, you will be shocked. I just ain't told it yet. And what happens behind the walls and who owns those prisons, how much money they make. I mean, it's a whole system. And this is the reason why I show up always, to just enlighten my cousins. I mean, we can save ourselves if we wanted to. And some people say, well, I can't do better because I don't know better. Well, that's a lie, because you at least got one woman in this earth that will come here religiously years. Okay? Warning. You go look back on any of my content, still warning. 2008, still warning. When I first got on social media in 2007, when I had MySpace, okay, and Blog Talk Radio, my name on Blog Talk Radio was Truth Speaker, okay? That's all I did was tell the truth. We need to wake up. This is crazy. Y'all went and started something and bankrupted us, and now we finding out all this fraud in California, and from Armenians, and all this fraud in Minnesota from Somalians, and all this fraud in California from, like the Hindu Indians, not the like Cherokee Indians. I'm talking about the Indians from like India, Pakistan, those type of places. People that came over here and started hospice care homes and daycares and autism centers and health and wellness spas and recovery. Same thing I be telling my people. Come over here and get you contracts. And they got them millions of dollars of contracts. Only to send that money from the United States back to their home country, their country of origin. Meanwhile, we are getting poorer and poorer. TSA quit. The airport that is in my hometown that is older than I am, and I'm 47, is being forced to close down. 5,000 TSA workers walked off the job because they're not being paid. And they no longer can go to work without pay. Do you know what kind of grave danger we in? There ain't nobody being screened. There ain't nobody being checked. The government is partially shut down. We probably ain't even aware of that. Federal workers are not receiving a pay. All because they up there fighting like brats. The taxpayer money that they are withholding is our money. They just determine how much is going to be dedicated to this, to that, to that, to that. And now they up there saying, hey, if we don't get our way on the bill, then we're going to refuse to vote. We're not going to vote on this. And the American people are suffering. People can't pay. What are they paying their rent with? I don't care what's going on, government shutdown or not. Landlords is going to want their money, especially if you're renting. They're going to want their money. So how is they paying their rent? How is they supposed to still continue to put gas to show up to the workplace? How? Okay? I told y'all, Israeli rabbi claims Messiah will arrive this Thursday as tensions rise over there with Iran and Israel. Okay? This is all over the news. He said that they have a 500-year-old book naming that when the Strait of Hormuz, which is a portion that is being controlled by Iran, that will not allow any ships in or out of it, will not sell any oil that is only supposed to be bought with U.S. currency. Now they're willing to sell oil, but it got to be bought with Chinese yuan. And we don't think China is involved in this. We think China is just quiet, silent about all of this. No, China is on some bull crap. Period, point blank. They done came up over here and bought up hella farmland. They were just busted smuggling bio weapons into this country. And not the kind that you would think. I'm talking about worms that they would put in the soil and poison all of our livestock. And then once we consume the meat, it would poison and attack our liver. As if fentanyl ain't enough. That's manufactured in China and then sold to the drug cartels to be transported into our country, especially when the borders was wide open. China, who had an investment in Venezuelan oil that Donald Trump just went over there and captured, their president took a bunch of oil and a bunch of silver. Just deboed them, went over in Cuba 2 or 3 nights ago, toppled over their government, went in to take some of their oil and some of their minerals. See, we think a lot of people that's in these, foreign places that have a lot of poverty shouldn't be poor because they are filthy loaded with all kind of resources, diamonds, pearls, oil. Okay? We just have the largest. But they don't have access to much because Cuba, all of its power went down. Everybody in Cuba didn't have no lights because they couldn't buy oil from Iran. So Iran and China and Russia is also very quiet. Iran, China, and Russia, they all working together to cripple us economically so that they can become the superpower. Their buddies. I'm saying this because we need to prepare. Okay? They said the Strait of Hormuz is going to be the final war. This is what this Messiah man said. Okay? Let me get out of that. And then let me just show you a couple of other things. Okay? They may be forced to shut down more than one airport. It's crazy. This is being done on purpose. Can you believe that? They're going to shut down at airports? Told you this doomsday plane was out here in Fresno, California, right where they say they attacked. It's finna be, and what's even crazier is Larry Silverstein, who was the man who leased the September 11th Twin Towers. He didn't purchase them, he leased them and then put a very big insurance policy on them. 2 months later, they were gone. And his payout was out of this world. He inherited millions, I believe 45 million to be exact. He just put a lease. Okay. Matter of fact, he purchased so many stories of the world's tallest building in Los Angeles, which is the U.S. Bank. And then he just put a lease to add like 70 other floors to that, right? More floors, more money. Why are you putting a lease to put more floors and a big insurance policy again? If y'all not planning something. And then gonna blame it on the Iranians. Why is the military flying around our doomsday plane? Okay? This bad boy was spotted 3 times in 1 week, as well as in Oregon. Here's the story about the drones. U.S. Army offers up $5,000 reward for information after 4 drones stolen from Fort Campbell in Kentucky. Get out of here. Okay? 4 Army drones systems stolen from Kentucky base. Okay. They were actually taken in December. But now they want to, bring it out in March. Hold on, let me go on up here. Okay. CEO of top airlines demand Congress restore funding to Homeland Security. So they not being paid. Do y'all see this? Can y'all see this from a mile away? Can y'all smell what they cooking? Y'all let me know in the chat. Can y'all smell what they cooking? Huh? Can y'all smell what they cooking? Because I can. Y'all can. Because of the oil over there, okay? Whole power grid completely shuts down after U.S. cuts off its oil supply because of the war over there with Iran. They then also sent a doomsday plane to the Middle East. Okay? They then also sent a doomsday plane to the Middle East. There's also been a doomsday plane flying over Oregon. And these are all military, military planes. It was carrying out practices. Okay? Gray doomsday plane spotted flying low over California. Doing their little practices. This thing has nuclear arsenal in it. Why are you flying these over? I mean low. You see how I say spotted flying low? I mean low. Okay? Something that will drop nuclear weapon. Come on, man. For what? And then he over here lying and telling people there's no imminent threat, no imminent danger. After the FBI came out and said every sheriff, every police, every highway patrol, all military. Okay, this is a man I was telling y'all about, Larry Silverstein. Okay, he went on ahead and landed him 24,000 square foot lease at LA's U.S. Bank Tower. Okay. Why is he leasing again? See, he ain't owning nothing. He leasing. It's more money. It's more money involved. Is history about to repeat itself? Real estate mogul Larry Silverstein has finalized a multi-billion-dollar acquisition of the U.S. Bank Tower in Los Angeles. This move has sparked a wave of social media speculation given his historic ties to the World Trade Center complex. The purchase comes at a time of extreme global tension as the 2026 conflict with Iran has led to heightened security alerts across major U.S. cities. Critics and conspiracy theorists are drawing parallels to the event of 2001, though Silverstein Properties maintain this is a standard strategic investment. Lion Devil. The U.S. Bank Tower is a landmark of the California skyline. It is now under the same management that oversaw the rebuilding of Ground Zero. This acquisition is part of a broader effort to revitalize commercial real estate in Los Angeles despite the current geopolitical instability. Security around the tower has been significantly increased following the recent Iranian threats. Now, why would they come over there and want to just hit the U.S. Bank Tower? Make this make sense. Because it does not make any sense. I'm just saying, stay woke. Okay. We ain't even gotta read all of that, but just stay woke, family. That's it. Okay. This is the man. These are twin towers. And now he done bought a bank tower or leased it. He don't own nothing. He control it, which we ought to be doing. We out here trying to work and own stuff. Own what? We didn't come in here with nothing. We ain't gonna leave with nothing. We ain't trying to own anything. We're gonna control it. That's it. So I want to share some opportunities that you can take advantage of. The number one, and I'm not no get rich, um, get rich quick type of chick. Is there ways for you to make rapid revenue? Absolutely. Absolutely. There are ways for you to make rapid revenue. I demonstrate all the time how there's ways to make rapid revenue. You can use AI. You can learn it or get left behind. It's just the way the game is being played. And there's nothing we can do about it. Open AI is not the mark of the beast. It's just a large language model. That's it. Okay. If I wanted to do something as simple as this, hold on, let me share this. Let me show y'all how y'all can make some money. And this is going to be one of the things that I'm going to talk about. So I'll go ahead and share. We might as well learn how to get involved with AI and let AI make you money faster than the blink of an eye, and make money while you sleep. Okay. Let me go ahead and grab this prompt real quick. Let me grab this real quick. Okay, hold on. So I'm gonna come over here and I am going to hold on, let me see where it's at. Show you something real quick. All right. Mentorship to specialized faith, wisdom, savory beef. I don't want to start another chat, but hey, if I have to, I will. Worksheet, mentorship, flyer to specialize. All right, let me just start another chat, okay? I'm going to take this prompt, okay? This is a prompt. And I'm saying using the reference image of myself attached. I'm going to go ahead and hit this plus sign here. And I am going to add a photo of myself. Now, I can do this for, I can do this for others. I can do this for you, right? I'm going to select that photo and I'm going to upload it. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. Let me show y'all over here what I'm doing. Okay. For right now, ChatGPT is free and you can do this on a free plan. You don't have to write a prompt. You can buy a prompt book and just go copy the prompts, paste them over here and do the same thing. Right? So I've added my photo right here and I said to this thing, using the reference image of myself attached, keeping my facial features, facial structure, facial expression, skin tone, hairstyle, and makeup the exact same as shown in the reference image, which is here. And then I tell it I want it to be, on a giant iPhone 16 Plus screen besides a massive glowing 3D iPhone interface, as if interacting with her own social media profile, right? So I told it exactly what I want. I could sell these. Say, hey, send me a picture, I'll make you one. All I do is hit enter, And then I'm waiting for it to create my image. This image is going to be done in 60 seconds or less. We can start the clock. Okay. 60 seconds or less, that image is going to be done. I can charge people $20 to make them a customized social media profile picture or whatever for their business, for their personal profile. Okay. We're about at 30 seconds, almost at 60 seconds. Okay. I can do 15, 20 of these within 2 hours at $25. That's $500 in one day. There go my photos, 60 seconds coming out. In one day, I can make me $500. That's called instant income. I can never go to work and even work overtime. I can never go to work and work overtime and make me $500 in a single day. Now you see that? Same photo that I gave them, they kept my same face. Okay, you got to check it out up here. That's the photo I gave them. And this is the photo it gave me. I told it exactly what I wanted it to do. I wanted her interacting with her cell phone. So now all I got to do is, go post this on my Instagram, go post this on my Facebook. This lets people know what I do. Okay. All I got to do is say where it says insert my website. I can say, make sure you put Dr. Tawana at Stan Store. I can make any type of modifications that I want. Simply come right up over here. Let me see if I get to the bottom of it. Hold on. Here we go. I'm going to edit message. And I'm going to go down here. Let's see. Let me go find it. Hold on. Username is going to be at Dr. Tawana. Okay, change that banner. Bop, bop. All right. Drop shipping. I'm going to change that. Queen of Strings. Okay, and then I'm going to just look for that website. All you would have to do is come in and put whatever their name is, make a little modifications. Oh, their name is this, their name is that. The website is displayed, is insert your website. So I'm going to go ahead and take that and type in hold on, let me go get, I think it's Standout Store. Hold on. Let me go get my website. Let me copy that. And then I'm going to come back over here and I'm just going to paste my website. All right. So now I ain't even got to promote myself. I can just put up a picture. My website on there, they can just go to my website and buy any product on my website without me ever having to show up. This is how you make instant income. There's a whole bunch of things you can do with this, okay? Whole bunch of things you can do with it. And the reason why I say you can make instant income, I just gave you a strategy. Hey, I can make customized business if they in hair braiding business, if they in lawn care, barbershop. Look, send me your photo. I'm going to make you AI character flyer that you can post to have all your marketing information on it. And you ain't even got to worry about getting on there like, hey, my name is Dr. Tawana and I do A, B, C, D, or E. No, let AI do it for you. Okay? This right here is generated from AI. My daughter wanted this photo of myself. Okay? This is something that's generated from AI. Now it's hanging up on a frame. I created this with AI. This is a $10,000 Mother's Day, Father's Day. Okay? This is a photo that was generated with AI that is now hanging up on a picture frame. Straight up. Okay? And lots of others. You can make the image, put a bunch of pictures together that you done made in the frames and sell them bad boys. Mother's Day, Black Friday, Black History Month, St. Patrick's Day, Women International Month, breast cancer, all kind of stuff. It make you $10,000 a month. That's extra. So see how they got me together on this one? They didn't change the face. Okay, Dr. Tawana, Queen of Streams. And look how they got my website in there. Okay. I should have changed this to 22,000 because that's how many I got. But now here's my Instagram, my Facebook, all of that stuff. I got my marketing information in there. AI can do that. AI can write you books. AI can make you coloring books. AI can create you courses. AI can do a whole websites, apps, songs, you name it. You ain't never got to show your face. You ain't never got to show your face. You can work from anywhere doing this. You can be anywhere you want to, making you $500 a day. You add that up, that's $2,500 Monday through Friday. Have the weekends for yourself. How about that? Start working when you want to and not because you have to. So I'll stop that. I've always come by here and demonstrate. There has been people who have came by on these lives, got that free game, and then turned around and went and ran the play. They got books that they're promoting, that they're selling, their first books, first authors, the whole 9 yards. So even with that game, you can take the information and go do something. I showed you a prompt and a photo. Now you got a business. Okay. I am going to offer this opportunity. I'm going to tell you the very first one that I have. If you are interested, you can grab it. Very first one is I'm going to have I want to say 5 day. It almost came out my mouth. I believe we can do it in 3 days, but it's going to be 3 to 5 days. It's going to be a workshop. Okay. This is all going to be about AI, how you can make money with AI, how this is the easiest income you can ever make. It makes you automated income. It works for you while you sleep, while you vacation, while you nap, while you take care of business. It works for you wherever, whenever. Okay. Instead of you working for money, now money is working for you. Also going to give you guys crazy game on getting your credit together and how to use laws and how to use these softwares and systems to get your credit score banging, literally. Okay. How to get stuff removed instantly, how to make them pay you for data breaches. You're going to learn a whole lot of stuff you ain't never learned in school and nowhere else. On ways and plays, you can go ahead and get your score. If you $50,000 in debt, go add a $50,000 trade line. That's how you hire your utilization. Then you can go ahead and get to the bag. We're going to have a day all about funding. We're going to have funding live on the workshop. Live funding on the workshop. Literally. Dropping links for you to go get funded. And everybody going to get something. Don't care where you at in your credit journey. You got a 620 and know where to go get you $50,000, $100,000. Okay, y'all didn't see me do this. So we're going to have a day for funding. We also going to have a day about becoming private. Making yourself a private citizen and not a public citizen. How to do that. How to structure yourself properly. How to go start you a trust and put you and your family and all your possessions in a trust so it can never be taken out. What kind of trust to set up? Okay. How to fund that trust. How to use insurance policies, which is the fastest way to wealth. The fastest way to wealth. When y'all hear this information, you got to show up to invest in yourself. Nobody is stopping you but you. Okay? They always say this, the game is to be sold, not told. And that's the real reason why a lot of people don't have this information and don't have knowledge that will change their life and their financial future because they don't see it important or more valuable to get out of the situation that they're in. So they're comfortable working. Hey, just give me a paycheck. I'm cool. I'm just trying to be comfortable. And they have that mindset. And that's a dangerous mindset to have. Everything is in jeopardy. Yourself, your livelihood, your family. If you have a family, everything is in jeopardy. Dealing with these people don't care about you. Right now, it's time for us to be mobilizing and coming together and uniting. And learning how to do this stuff by the multitude. If I show you all how to go get $1 million and 100 people pull up, that's $100 million between all of us. We don't gotta like each other, but we can go buy a whole lot of land, okay? Just like Bill Gates did. I'm talking about hundreds of acres. And once we buy the land, we can go get their money to build on the land, build our own houses, build all of that, okay? Build a movie theater on it, a bank, build whatever we wanted to on that much land. Us and all our families, just think about that. You got 7 people in your family. Maybe your mother, your dad, your grandparents are still alive. You got 2 siblings and yourself, 7 people. All of y'all on just a half acre of your land would fit comfortably in a 2,400 to 2,500 square foot home, which is pretty daggone big. And now all of y'all get rid of y'all rent for the rest of your life. So now there's no rent. We just eliminated a way for them to just make money off of us without us ever owning anything, without us ever, because having a mortgage is not owning. Just miss your payments for 3 months and you'll see how much you don't own. This is all a lie. Mortgage, okay? I want y'all to see this. People don't be believing what I say, but I tell you. One thing your girl gonna do is she gonna go do her research. Cost me too much. I want y'all to see this, and you can go type this up yourself. And I always look up stuff in its original format or meaning, origin, terminology. Okay. The word mortgage derives from Old French, combining mort, death, and gage, pledge, to literally mean when you signing over that mortgage, you're signing a death pledge that you will be indebted to them until you die. Okay? Coined in the Middle Ages, this term refers to the pledge dying once the debt is paid, or the property being lost, dying if the borrower defaults on payments, called foreclosure. Ain't that scandalous how they do us? You don't own nothing. You don't own that car you go get off the lot. It depreciates as soon as you leave. And you miss payment, 3 payments. They'll give you 3 months, 90 days. And they coming to repossess their stuff, not your stuff. Got to learn to play the game. If you own your own land and you have already built your own houses, you don't got to do that but pay property taxes. Ain't no such thing as no mortgage or no rent. See how much happy life would be? You own your own land, you can go get solar. And now all you and your peoples is living off of solar, which we supposed to. God gave 2 lights, one to rule the day and one to rule the night. And you can power your whole house, your whole compound from solar, just like they do, and then sell us electricity. Now you eliminate electricity bill. When you buy a certain kind of land, you get water wells on your land, which means you have water rights. So now you've eliminated your water, garbage, and sewer bill. Okay? Now you're playing a different game. Now you're playing a different game. Wanted to share that because we don't own anything. So inside of this workshop, this 5-day workshop, all right, I'm going to call it a challenge, financially free challenge, because now you're going to know how to make you a whole bunch of money. When you make that whole bunch of money, what you ought to be doing with that money, how to leverage your credit to go get their money, how to pay them back their money using their money, how to go buy assets, then how to protect them bad boys by putting them in a trust, then how to fund your trust, how to become your own bank, how to go get $1 million policy, okay? Borrow against your own policy because now you your own bank like you never borrowed before. Go buy you some more assets that bring you in passive income, okay? Put those assets under your trust. They can never be taken. They can never be, repossessed. They can never be none of that, okay? You set up the way that trust runs. Your family can't come in at the end of your life and destroy everything you worked for now. Because in the trust, you already got it written out. This person get this person get that, this person receive this. Okay. They want to borrow money, that's fine. But everybody got to have an insurance policy. And they very affordable. Wow. Say for instance, you got your income tax and you went in through 5,000 in there. That bad boy grant at 9 to 12%. It's called a private reserve account. You your own bank account. You got $1 million policy on this bad boy. Hey, can I get 100,000? Can I get $50,000 from the deaf? Borrow, no taxes. Okay, you borrow from yourself. It's still growing like you never took the $100,000 out of there, and you ain't got to pay it back. It can actually be deducted from your death after you die. Instead of you having $1 million, you just got 900,000. So when your kids say, "Mom, I need a new car. I'm gonna pay for it cash off the lot," hey, there go $50,000. It's coming off your insurance policy. When you have kids, you need to have them on insurance. See, I'm gonna teach you all of this, okay? And then you're gonna learn, very importantly, how to prepare, how to have your own ecosystem. You're responsible for that. If cash was to stop working tomorrow, what could you trade? What physical items you should have? Most people don't think that books is a part of a bartering system. You'd be like, books? Yeah, people gonna want to read. Most people will run to the store and get water, and they will get, they would get all kind of food products, and women will forget that they have periods and forget all about the maxi pads. Well, not you. Y'all gonna need maxi pads. So you crash the dollar if you want to, and I ain't got nothing. I got these maxi pads, and in the days that you can't go find none, okay, they're gonna become $100 per pack. And if you ain't using cash, then I will take gold. I will take land. I will take titles. I will take houses. General admission on that is $97. Okay. You do not get the replays. You get access. You get the information. You get the execution. Okay. We creating things and building things so that you don't think you just coming to come get a whole bunch of information. No. You need to have something in your hand tangible that you can sell immediately. And before the workshop even started, I just gave you a play. Okay. How you go create you an ebook that sells $7 and you sell that to 100 people a day. You don't even got to have 100 people on your timeline, on your friends list. Okay. You just make content. And you can use AI to make content. Real talk. And boom, just like that, you good to go. Let me see if I got this pulled up over here. This is faceless. I ain't had to show my face. Let me see if I got a video up here. Okay. These is photos of somebody else that I don't know. Let me show you this. I knew that I was going to do that. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Let me stop the share on that one. And then let me share this other one. Now, I ain't got to show my face. I created that real fast, you know. Is this the one? Here we go. Okay, I'm going to let you preview it. I'm at home minding my own business. Okay, that's what it says right here. Then it goes on to the next slide. Her working at home, minding her business. I can put, join the Women's Network Global Circle school community. Hey, I'm at home minding my own business. If you like how to make 15K or 10K from your house, and go ahead and go to this website. You can just add text on this. Okay. This is already done. All I would have to literally do is put some text on it. And I can click on that and add me some text right here. Add a subheading. Boom. All right, let me blow it up a little bit. All I'm going to do is put my website right there. Hold on. No, I don't want to edit the link. Hold on. Embed it. Yeah. Okay. So now all I got to do like that. Boom. And then add another little heading that say, join the women work from home moguls here. Okay. I don't even got to show up. Let me see what kind of font this is. That's Oleo script. Let me go ahead and put this up here. See if it's going to be up here somewhere. Okay, let's just type in Oleo. Oh, here we go. Okay, so now everything matches. We good to go. Okay, if I wanted to add a little piece of music to that, you just put me some music on right here. Go in here and type in audio, women empowerment, and then I'm gonna hit search. I'm looking for some audio. Let me see what this sound like. Let's see what this sound like. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and use my own audio. Hold on 1 second. Let me go to my uploads. I'm gonna add my own audio because I got some over here. I'm gonna add that one right there. Let you hear how it sounds. All right, let's preview it. Okay, just like this. Now I got something that's working for me that I created literally in like 5 seconds. Put this here, put that there, and now it's going to work for me. So let's preview what it look like and sound like. Energy only. We up now. Let's go.
Came from the bottom, but the bottom couldn't hold me. Now the whole world look at me like, yeah, she chosen. Used to stretch dollars, now I stretch my goals. Everything I touch turn gold, that's how it goes. Never had much, but I had that drive. Turn pain in a hustle, came out.
All of this created by AI. The song was created by AI. The video was created by AI. Okay. Everything was created by AI. I never even got to show my face. Nobody knows who owns this brand. Nobody knows who owns the women working from home moguls community. Nobody got to know that. My community could be $30. All of this was created by AI. So if I wanted to say, hey, get your personalized business profiles, $20 for one, I'll do a special for two, $25 for one, I'll do a special for two for 40. Okay. I can just put those images there. That's it. That's all I got to do. And then this link that I put right here, this is my website. Okay. If I want to go in here and edit this and just take, hey, I just want the link up here showing. Then boom. Let me go change this to Olio as well. Right there. So everything is the same. I'm going to turn the camera around Instagram. And then I can make that bold like that so they can see that at the bottom of the screen. Put that here and put this here. Let me turn this photo down a little bit so that the transparency on it, let's see. Okay, let me turn the transparency down a little bit so you can see the actual wording. Okay, boom. Now let's preview it again.
Energy only. Now, let's go. Came from the bottom, but the bottom couldn't hold me. Now the whole world.
Okay, I'm at home minding my own business. Join the women work from home moguls here. Even if they don't come and sign up, they're going to go look at my website. Now I got traffic to my website. If they sign up, I don't know them. They don't know me. They get instant access to my community. Then they can come in there and start doing what we're doing inside of this community. Hey, join my knitting class. Join my hair braiding class. It doesn't matter. Whatever you do, this is a way to make some instant income. So it's $97 for general admission. Okay, that will get you in the door. I'm going to show you how to make income. I'm going to show you how to go set up your website like that. So now you can start, when you generate you something that's going to make you some income, you want to get paid. So we're going to do that. I'm going to make sure you know how to leverage your credit. Go get you a big bag that you ain't never had. Okay. There's a whole nother world that's available to you. You just need to know where to go and how to do it. And I know some of you will do it. Okay. You're going to learn everything that I just covered. And you can get your access for $97. In the next 24 to 48 hours, I am going to increase the price. It's going to be 3 to 5 days of my time. I don't know a single soul that's going to work for 3 to 5 days for under $100. So for those who want to get in, you got 24 hours. I'm going to leave this opportunity available for you for 24 hours and 48 hours. It's going to be closed and the time is already started. Okay. So you got about a good 24 hours to make a decision. Do I want to get in this and this at a low price and learn something that will keep on making my money, make money, babies, and keep growing for me? If you want VIP, which is Q&A, it's also, you get lifetime access to the replays. I'm also going to give you some digital products that you already have made, ready to sell in the credit space and the AI space, okay, mental health space. It doesn't matter. I'm going to actually give you a digital product so that you have a digital product to go and sell. Okay, I'm going to give you access to a couple of other things like the listing of where you can go to what bank and who will fund you. If you know your TransUnion is the greatest, then go to those banks that only pull from TransUnion. If you know that Equifax is booming right now, then here's the banks and here is the amount and here is the actual cards you want to apply for and here's what you can do with the money once you get it. So that is only for VIP, which is $197. I'm gonna definitely go up on general and VIP will be $497. So it's gonna be like $97 a day. Okay. We're gonna be there 3 to 5 days, and I'm assuming it's gonna be 5 days because there's a topic for each day, and I want you to get the transformation, not the information. If you would like that, put a one in the chat. I'm only gonna go over one more opportunity, which is what I had on the screen a minute ago. If you don't want to go through the workshop and learn all of that, but you say, hey, Dr. T, I would love to learn this AI stuff because I'm gonna be real with you. AI ain't replacing nobody. AI is replacing the people that don't know how to work AI. AI is not just replacing human beings. If you know how to work AI, notice that they are depleting all these people of jobs, right? Everybody's losing their jobs and being replaced. It's called restructuring. That's the word they're using. We're restructuring. But I want you to think about this. They also put 170 million new jobs into the economy. And guess what? They all in AI. What I just showed you was prompt engineering. They are paying a lot more money. Do you know prompt engineers are making more money than celebrities and people that are in sports, like millions of dollars? They are being paid more than LeBron James now. And you think I'm capping, but go look it up on Google. AI developers, AI engineers are making more than LeBron James. Go type that up. This dude, this little young dude who's going to handle Meta's AI project manager, bro got him a $1 or $2 million deal. My homegirl, who we in the same mentorship, started creating music like you just heard over there on Suno, and she created her an AI avatar named uh, Zane Monet. Zan, I can't spell it. I mean, I can't pronounce it. Xania Monet. That is the name of her AI artificial character who sings the lyrics to the songs that she write using AI. Just signed a $4.5 million contract with a radio. What do you call it when you go get signed like a radio label to produce music? AI, artificial music. Okay. So I have this mentorship. It's called AI Automations and Systems. Going to pick back up here in this mentorship. Shut it down for a while, especially while I had to come out here. But this is where I'm going to teach you how to make $10,000 every single month. Guaranteed with AI. Something that this is for you introverts. You introverted and you need something to do from the house. You don't want to show your face, be on camera talking to a whole bunch of people. This is right here for you. If you can learn how to build out AI agents, apps, all kinds of stuff, okay? Let me show y'all an app that I created. A person with no AI skills at all. Zilch, okay? No AI skills. Let me see if I can get this to come on back up. You can create apps. If you know people that got diabetes, hey, you can go create a blood sugar tracker app. Hey, you just ate that meal. Tell me what you just ate. I ate lettuce. Did you have, dressing on it? I had croutons. I had eggs. Okay, this will keep your sugar in this range. Okay. I created this app right here using AI. A person who don't know nothing about coding. Okay. If you mention code to me, I'm like, I'm out of here. because I don't even understand what it is. This is my Black to School AI app, okay, where people can actually come and start their journey on how to build wealth the way we was never taught, okay? Breaking barriers. We do economic empowerment, cultural connection, okay? Find your perfect AI program. What is your current experience with programming? I've never coded before. I've never done anything before, okay? Here's a course, 12-week intensive program, one-on-one mentorship. Okay, they didn't already created the value or the cost of this mentorship. You can go ahead and enroll right then. All your buttons work. If you want to be an AI entrepreneur, okay, you can enroll for $7,997. Okay, your future starts. This is my own app. Real talk. I can go and create any app I want to. I can go create a daily devotional app and have people signing up, subscribing to get the daily word free of charge. If you want to get in a community of other like-minded individuals that want to build wealth, then hey, you can get into my $33 community. It's my app. I can go live inside of my app, the whole 9 yards. Now, if you come over here to my app and you see that the minimum price that I have on this app is $3,997, when I share with you that this is an offer, this is a discount for you to come over here and learn how to make you $10,000 every single month as an introvert in this mentorship, where I show you how to work once and get paid over and over. It is a $997 investment. But would you exchange $997 for $10,000 reoccurring? Yes or yes. You're going to get the tools, how to automate all of this stuff. If I post anything, if I post that flyer that you see me make on ChatGPT, say how many of y'all is leaving money on the table by not marketing what you do on your profile? Did you know that just creating you a customized, marketing flyer and putting that as your profile can increase your traffic, increase your leads by up to 20%? If you get 20% of leads coming in, right, and 2% of that 20% convert, that's extra money you're leaving on the table. Comment the word AI me inside of the chat to get your own. Soon as they comment the word AI me, then my automation pick up. It sends them the exact sign up link for that. It tells them exactly how to upload their image, okay, the turnaround time on it, what to expect. They make their payment. I don't know them. They don't know me. In the time that I said their project will be done, I deliver it to them. Then I put a little message. If you refer somebody, then you get 10% of that. If they buy 3 images, because they can say, I don't want it in purple. I want it in red. These are my brand colors, gold, white, yellow. Now you rolling in the dough. There's a lot of grieving parents that would love for you to take their photo and their son's photo, or their daughter's photo, or their mother's photo, whoever their loved one is, and create memorabilia, because there is no memories to make. Some people never got to say goodbye to their children. So you can create that. That goes crazy every single time. You would literally have to have something automated to post that and not get a whole bunch of comments, because people are losing their loved ones. So this mentorship will show you how to position yourself. Everything going digital. I might as well get over here and get me some. And I don't care how old you are, how young you are. Everybody can do this. I offer the mentorship to help you do it with you. Okay. So you're not just listening to a whole bunch of courses, not just reading stuff you on your own. You in a community. We meet, we implement. Hey, look, y'all, we're gonna go create our website. Okay, we're gonna go create our social media pages. Hey, we're gonna start creating content. Hey, do you know you can get paid to make this type of images like I just showed y'all with these images? Every month there's a holiday. Valentine's Day, you put them and they love in a frame that AI generated. You can create doormats, bedspreads, travel, all kinds of stuff. Never have to show your face. So you're guaranteed to make $10,000 inside of this mentorship. That is my guarantee to you inside of this mentorship. If anybody would like to take advantage of that offer, which I have not offered y'all in a cool wow, I'm going to open it up for about 3 to 5 of y'all. And I am going to show you how to start making you $10,000 a month, where now you can be able to go buy you some land and you can be able to go buy you some whatever. Okay. Get yourself in a better prepared position than what you are in now. That's just simple as that. So if you would like to be a part of this mentorship, okay, let me know in the chat. You can put a 3 because I 2. I only gave y'all the only other opportunity, which was the workshop. Put a 1 in the chat. If it's 1 general, you will put 1G. If it's 1 VIP, you will put 1V. Right? So I know 1 is general, 1 is VIP. Then you put a 2 in the chat if you would like to join the mentorship, AI automations and systems. That is the mentorship that is going to pay you $10,000 more than your job, more than your income tax check every single month on rinse, wash, and repeat. We create it once, we bank from it forever. And since y'all going digital, I might as well have something in the digital space. I ain't got to ship nothing to nobody. I ain't got to deal with no disgruntled customers. I ain't got to go to no post office. I ain't got to pay for no stampage. It lives in the digital space. Just a simple email. And now your download is ready and available. You can get instant access. You ain't got to wait days for it to be delivered. That is the power of this type of AI. Okay. I love y'all. I'm going to go ahead and get ready to check up out of here. Can't say nobody didn't come by that really loves you and really is concerned about your future, especially with the things that are going on. We can keep on playing this game, but the game was rigged for you to lose. Or you can do something that will get you and your family out of danger. And the reason why it is urgent to do something now, because every day we delay is a closer day to our absolute demise. Hate to use such strong words, but that's exactly what they plan. You go look up their stuff. Depopulation. I mean, this stuff is being done on purpose, intentionally, because they feel the Earth A is, for one, overpopulated. United States of America has a housing problem. They are 7.2 million houses short to house everybody in just the United States alone. You think these airports going out of business is a small fry? It's not. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. How is people going to get transported? If you ain't got security making sure that our skies stay safe, our city stay, anybody can walk in there with briefcases and all. Who going to scan them? I mean, and then they just walk into places. Look, we are on high alert for a reason. I'd rather be over here building and trusting God to do the rest. I'm doing my part. This is a partnership. This is not a one-sided relationship where God is going to do everything. No, faith to believe and works to act out what you believe. They go hand in hand, and then God will do the rest. I do my part. I know 100% you're going to do yours. And it's nobody else's responsibility but our own. I'll leave you all with that, okay? It's been a pleasure. I wanted to earn the right to your time. Do not delay. You don't know if tomorrow is available for you. You don't know. I'll leave with this. I was on a call and there was a gentleman on the phone and they asked him, "Why did you take action today? What made you take action?" He said, "I'm in the hospital waiting on a heart transplant. I got a child. I lived my life. I did me all my life. And now I got a child and I'm believing for a new heart. My heart's so bad I can't leave this facility right here until I get another heart. But I believe that it should be now or never because tomorrow may not come for me. And at least my child and my wife will know that I died trying to make sure that they will be okay should my time come. And if it ain't came, then this is one hell of a wake up call. And that just sat with me all day. We out here walking around like we got all day. We don't. We don't know. I'm sure that man did not think, oh, one day I would have to have a heart or I wouldn't make it. So why put off what you can do today? Why not do something for yourself that's going to actually put yourself in a better situation? And it comes with more peace. At least I know I'm doing my part. And now I can trust God to do his because I obeyed. All right, y'all. Love y'all. Have a good one. hopefully, I, hopefully I will see y'all on the next time. Okay, and remember this: if you stay in peace, you'll never end up in pieces. Go with God, and He will always go with you. And until the next time, if ain't nobody told you they love you, Dr. T do. Peace.